Okay, fellas, in this video, we're going to be up here on this mountain alone for 24 hours, and we have to survive off of $30. Now, it's going to be tricky, I know, fellas, because we only have ourselves a tarp and a fire starter and a trustworthy knife. And we have to find ourselves food, a campsite, and all the other luxuries in the wild. But besides that, fellas, we're bringing daylight, and we need to find ourselves a campsite. I kind of need that money. I'm trying to look for some nice support beams for my little tent I'm thinking of. This looks promising, actually. One thing, fellas, we try and find another stick like this, and we put another one like this, so it's kind of like a triangle tent, I guess you can call it. And we put our campfire right next to us to keep us warm, even though it's pretty hot out. I mean, it's summer. I don't think we're gonna need the fire for a while, but I think I'm around that for a little more warmth, if I do say so myself. I think it's time to bust out the old knife. Okay, fellas, this here looks like a good spot. Now, any spot kind of looks like a good spot, because also, this is my first time doing this sort of thing. I don't know why I chose $30, but that's what we're going with. Now, I have myself a little insurance policy. This right here is just in case, you know, any bears or any other dangerous animals come after me. But it's a little more of a security policy, let's just say. But besides that, fellas, I think this is a fine spot to build our little camping ground, I guess you can call it, and we gotta start now. Well, fellas, hour in, and I mean, that's screwed. We gotta find another shtick. Okay, fellas, we started this challenge at 6 a.m. and it's already been an hour in, and we haven't even started building the tent. I mean, that's just pathetic if you ask me. So we need to crack down and find our supplies, cause I want to get the tent up, get the little fire pit done, then we can start foraging for food. And also, fellas, I was not a complete imbecile. I did get myself one ration, but we gotta rely on the forest to find our other stuff. But this one ration, if everything else goes to the out, let's just say that it will feed us for the 24 hours. But besides that, fellas, we need to find more supplies. Okay, fellas, we're just gonna forget the whole entire, you know, triangle tent idea. We're just gonna go straight for a shelter, and we're gonna use what we have as kind of like a bed, because I don't know about you fellas, I do not want to be sleeping on the bare ground. So we're gonna build ourselves a nice little cocoon, I guess you can say, and that's gonna be our home. Home sweet home. Now, fellas, all we're doing is kind of making ourselves a nice little cozy cocoon for us to be sleeping in tonight. Now, we're gonna have the fire kind of, what I'm thinking is right, you know, right there, and then we're gonna be all warm and stuff. But it's gonna crank up to like 90 or 95 today, so I don't think we're gonna need that until later, or maybe not at all, because it's gonna be hotter than hell. But besides that, fellas, it's time to build. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I just cracked the code. I think this is the way to go. I mean, we're almost already done. We just gotta clear out some of this garbage, get our little bed ready, get the fire pit right there. I can envision it right there. And then, guys, we are all set to camp. Crafting up some steaks. Whew, yeah, that is looking nice. Yeah. Gotta thin her down a little bit. Oh, crud. We have some trash out here. Trash. Well, boys, here she is. I mean, it's probably better than the first two ideas. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough night, but I think with the fire, of course, tidying up our bed, I think it'll be pretty nice. For nice sizable rocks like that. Ooh, that is nice. That is a nice. These are nice ones. Ooh, we have some rocks. I mean, we're gonna gather more, obviously, but we have ourselves a few dinner plates, if I do say so myself. I'm just saying. But now, I think we just need to improve our little shelter, of course, and just keep surviving. We still need more, fellas, but this is starting to become a good start. We have ourselves the workings of a bed. We have ourselves a little fire pit. I mean, the fire pit still needs a little work, as everything does, but it's starting to look like a home. Okay, fellas, our full foraging operation has not gone to plan exactly. We've not found any food. I know, fellas, that's quite bad, but it's 2 now, so we have a few hours before dinner. We're skipping lunch altogether, and breakfast, yeah, breakfast we were gonna do. We gotta hope for tomorrow. But right now, we gotta keep on foraging for our dinner, and hopefully if we can forage enough, we can give ourselves a breakfast so we don't starve out here and die. But besides that, fellas, we need to keep on looking. Okay, fellas, I come across this apple tree. Now, these apples are a bit, young. I mean, these things are not even damn apples. They're more like grapes at this point. So we have found some substance, but I'm not gonna bank on this substance for right now. I think we can find ourselves something more sustainable because these damn things right now, they're the size of a grape. So fellas, the hunt continues. Okay, fellas, the foraging continues. Now, we have not found anything besides those apples, and those apples are pretty damn small if I do say so myself. Now, we're after some pine cones, acorns, literally anything. But fellas, we're having mixed results. There's nothing here besides deer. Wow. Okay, fellas, we're at our camping site now. Now, we were unsuccessful finding food. For now. But we still got rations, you know, to have for dinner. If we do not find anything, it's just gonna be a nice hungry night and morning. If we do not find anything. But I have faith, some kind of substance. Because I do not want to rely entirely on my rations that I have from the $30 I spent. And the flint and steel, which we're gonna start using in a little while. And fellas, it is 90 degrees, so I don't think we really need to be starting fires out here. Because it is hot enough as is. I don't need to be roasting myself. So without no further ado, fellas, we're just gonna relax here for a little while while we rest, recuperate, rethink our strategy on how to find ourselves a meal. Besides that, fellas, I'll see you all in a little bit. Okay, fellas, rest is key now, but we're having some trouble, you know, falling asleep because we're just so damn hungry. But fellas, we must rest, and soon we must get back out there to find some food. Okay, fellas, after a little nap time, the hunt still continues. Now, it is about 4 o'clock. And dinner is soon approaching, so we gotta find some substance, as I was speaking of earlier. But since we're now well rested, we can search a little more clearly, search some more of the backside of the mountain, and hopefully then we'll have ourselves a meal. But if not, we'll go to plan B, which is the rations, which should sustain us for the night. Now, we have to try and make a fire. Well, I don't even know if we're going to make a fire because it's so goddamn hot. I mean, literally, guys, it's 90 degrees out here. The goddamn mosquitoes are pissing off, which is quite a feat, if you ask me. But besides that, later on, when it cools off a little, we'll be making ourselves a fire. And hopefully by then, we'll be somewhat fed. Now, fellas, it's time to go back for searching. Okay, fellas, we're back at base camp. Now, sadly, the foraging expedition failed us, of course. It's going to be a rough night, guys. But we have ourselves our rations right here. Now, I tried to keep them right here to keep them somewhat cool, but I think we achieved lukewarm. So now, fellas, without further ado, is dinner time. That looks yummy, guys. Forgot silverware. Well, we're gonna have to do it the fun way. Fellas, I don't want to say anything early, but I think we're gonna be, because it's starting to rain. I mean, it was not even supposed to rain today or tomorrow, but lo and behold, it is now raining. I mean, we did get ourselves some firewood, but it's not gonna be burning long if it's pouring rain. I think it might be just a short, you know, little shower. So I don't think we're totally screwed, but we gotta protect our firewood and we gotta cover up our stuff a little more because this is multi-purpose. I mean, I have to stand up, obviously, but I can push over and make it look like a, you know, a triangle tent, that kind of, so it will protect us from the rain. But besides that, fellas, I'm going to have myself a delectable water, protect our rations and other supplies, and then get back to work. Okay, fellas, false alarm. Now, we're obviously going to tidy up the joint and make it presentable, of course. Now, I have my sweatshirt hang up on a tree because I don't want any of them damn ticklers on it. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night, you know, pick off ticks. So I have it hanging up in a tree right now, but we're going to use that as my pillow. It's literally 88, guys. It's going to be warm enough not to have a blanket on. Plus, we have Mother Nature as our blanket. But besides that, fellas, we got to fix up the joint because she is starting to fall apart. And now the fire's for extra warmth and keeping them damn mosquitoes away because it is just slightly cooling down and them damn bastards are making the run to try and get my blood. But besides that, fellas, we need to forage for some wood. Okay, fellas, gathering firewood's not gonna be a big problem because, one, I gathered up a lot of reject sticks trying to build this thing. I know it's impressive. We're gonna fix it up a little bit, but we have a lot of reject sticks around, so it's just gonna be feeding the low fire that we're rolling with. So that's gonna be the plan for tonight. Okay, fellas, I took my big camera up to the truck because I don't want to be babysitting that thing all night because that thing could just, blow over in the wind. So I don't want to deal with that. So I just took it right back up to the truck, and it's going to be GoPro for now on, or for the rest of the night until morning while I feel safe with it. For now, it's just going to be the GoPro for the rest of the night. Ain't going to be too, I don't think it's going to be too of a active night. We're going to have our fire going, which will keep us warm and keep the damn mosquitoes off of me. And hopefully we'll have a nice night and we'll sleep good. Come on, baby, catch. And also, fellas, this is my first fire that I've ever done before, and you guys can probably tell, but we're gonna still try. And it's not a big deal if we don't get it, because it is hotter as hell out here. Okay, fellas, we've been doing that for about 15 minutes, and no luck, because freezing death isn't the issue, it's just these damn mosquitoes. But besides that, fellas, we're gonna have to prepare for the night. Okay, fellas, I have my flashlight on me. I know it's a bit bright, so I just got up. It's about midnight. I was gonna go take a little whiz. Now, nothing's really happened besides frogs croaking, which is kind of a good thing. Well, the sky's cleared up, so there's nice little stars out there in the moon. But besides that, fellas, it is quite quiet. But besides that, fellas, I'll see y'all in the morning. Okay, fellas, it is the next morning now, and we have survived. I mean, it was pretty uneventful, as you guys seen. I got up like a half hour ago. It was pretty nice out here. It's kind of cooler, so I put back on my sweatshirt, but like 12 o'clock, it was still raging hot, but cooled down to manageable. But besides that, fellas, we've completed the challenge. My first big survival challenge. And fellas, this is the first time I've ever done this sort of thing, which I think went pretty good for the first time, and I hope you fellas like this kind of thing. But besides that, fellas, it sadly means it is the end of the surviving, and it's time to take down camp. Premium. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see your last 24-hour challenge, video down here. And of course, if you guys want to see your last frog hunting video down here. But besides that, I'll see y'all next video. See ya!